Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 85 days away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film is, of course, going to contain many different revelations that will also serve as connections to the prequels and the originals. That's going to change how we view the past 8 Star Wars movies that come before this one, which may or may not be a good thing. We'll have to wait and see how it's all going to be utilized and executed on the big screen by JJ and George, and what they really want to do to end the Skywalker saga completely. Now, on top of all of this, we do know that Episode 9 is going to be very important to Disney and Lucasfilm, as well as to the Star Wars community, and these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to various shot descriptions of the upcoming Episode 9 film, this is where things begin to get very exciting for this movie. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are said to be holding hands while walking on top of a large metallic bridge, where they are said to be shrouded in darkness. As this happens, it's explained that Rey and Kylo Ren begin to see visions of the past that range from episodes 1 through 8, where one of the sequences that Rey and Kylo witness is said to be the very moment Anakin Skywalker is choking Padme Amidala on Mustafar. It's explained that this was made possible by using a deleted scene from episode 3 to provide a brand new angle of Anakin choking Padme on the landing pad that Rey and Kylo witness, where it's said to serve as the first time that Kylo vividly sees his own grandmother and realizes what the root of his grandfather's darkness was and came from. It's explained that these visions during their flow walking session is said to serve as a lesson to both Rey and Kylo Ren, where one of the other sequences in the form of a vision that Rey witnesses is described to be the death of Padme Amidala, and from an alternate view that was also used by a deleted scene from episode 3, where the sequence is said to be very powerful and that the flow walking session includes a brand new theme by John Williams. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that they really are digging into Star Wars legends and are really trying to make a lot of things from the EU canon under Disney. And one of the big things that was a huge thing in Episode 9, or should I say, in the EU that will be used in Episode 9, is of course flow walking. Now, flow walking is essentially time travel, which in a sense we already got this in the Worlds Between Worlds episode of Star Wars Rebels. In that episode that was actually done by Dave Filoni, he basically made time travel possible in The Rise of Skywalker, which a lot of fans were so-so on. I myself thought it was an amazing experience how Ezra Bridger was literally able to save Ahsoka Tano from getting killed by Darth Vader, and how Palpatine eventually intervenes. But in this particular scene, it's said to be actual vivid visions that appear before Rey and Kylo Ren, where they are actually said to be in that exact environment. So they are said to actually be there, but it's actually in the form of a vision. So what's really exciting about this is that essentially both Rey and Kylo Ren witness the very moment that Anakin Skywalker is truly turning to the dark side, where he actually is choking Padme Amidala on the landing pad of Mustafar, where Kylo Ren is able to witness not only his grandmother for the very first time, but he's also able to witness exactly what the root of Darth Vader's, darkness really was and where it all really came from. And it was all really down to, how he had the fear of losing Padme. It was all about the fear of loss, right? As Palpatine explained that, the fear of loss really is a great thing in, of course, the Star Wars universe. So, with that being explained in Episode 9, the fact that Rey and Kylo Ren see these visions of course, Padme Amidala, what's really exciting is that this was all made possible by use of deleted scenes from Episode 3, giving us brand new angles of these particular sequences that happened in, of course, Revenge of the Sith. So, if you imagine what we already saw in Episode 3 of Anakin choking Padme, basically it's going to be done from a different angle in order to give it a new and different feel that's going to really make it surreal for both not only the audience, but also for the characters of Rey and Kylo Ren. And the other piece, of course, has to do with Padme Amidala's death, which actually shows us the continuation of the Skywalker bloodline, where she gives birth to both Luke and Leia. Now, what I love so much about this is that this is, of course, JJ paying attention to, the past 8 Star Wars movies, which would also make sense as to why the last teaser trailer that we got over at D23 contained a lot of footage of the past 8 Star Wars movies. So with that being said, this movie does have a lot going for it. It really does have the potential to mark itself down as the best film of course, the sequel trilogy, and perhaps even a fan favorite of the Skywalker saga if they really do play their cards right, and if Disney and Lucasfilm really do make this a very much satisfying movie for the majority of Star Wars fans around the world. So, on top of all this, guys, I will say that what do you guys think about this particular scenario with flow walking? And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.